Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 20 scariest ghost videos of 2021. In this list, I will only feature videos that I featured on my channel throughout the year. So, without further ado, let's begin. You may remember a while ago on the channel, I featured a chilling video on TikTok by the user DinoNugget741, and now it seems as if he is back with yet another terrifying piece of footage to show the world. The uploader says he has a haunted basement and is going downstairs to investigate, probably because he may have just heard some sort of noise coming from within it, prompting his curiosity to get the better of him. When he goes to look a little bit further into the situation, he stumbles upon something horrifying.
Come on, man. Shit. I know, bud. I'm not afraid, man. Come on out, man. Oh, yes. Hello. Oh, fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
By looking at the enhanced image of the figure on the bottom right corner of the screen, you can tell that this figure is definitely some sort of shadow person or creature lurking inside this basement. Whereas most people would be too scared to investigate after seeing it, this guy proceeds to look around the basement and, as you saw, proceeds to get closed in as the door shuts on him while ascending the staircase. Hopefully this guy doesn't have to deal with more ghosts in the near future. Bailey the Bailey runs a TikTok account known as Theater of the Absurd that focuses on his life adventures and also his experiences with being a caretaker at a theater, hence the title of his account. In the video, Bailey takes his camera out to the main stage of the theater and seems to be confident that he is going to be able to capture something of interest on camera. Sure enough, he did. As a matter of fact, what he saw that day scared him so much that he says he is contemplating quitting his job. After seeing the clip, I can't say that I blame him. Look at this scary piece of footage.
What's up, y'all? As always, if the sensor gets tripped, I film it just in case we see anything. So here we go. It's 9 p.m. on a Saturday. This is my life. So I'm walking through the main stage. Here, I'll flip it. Okay. Ghost light is on. No one in here. Hello? Okay.
Although it can only be seen for a couple of seconds, if you look at the top balcony, you can see what appears to be two ghosts standing there while Bailey films from a distance. Of course, this could have been a setup and these could just be two of Bailey's friends, but the video has an unmistakably realistic and eerie feeling to it that you just can't shake. There's also no over-the-top fake screaming or panicking noises here either. In fact, when Bailey does point the camera up to the balcony, he doesn't say a word. Perhaps because he's too shocked at what he's looking at to even make a noise. So, is this authentic footage of ghosts caught in a theater? Let me know your opinion in the comments. Over on TikTok, a user named WV Paranormal shared a video to their account which follows a woman who is outside camping somewhere when she suddenly spots something not too far in the distance that shakes her to the core. She is so freaked out by it that she attempts to capture the incident on camera, stating, "Nobody's ever gonna believe this." It may take a moment for you to see it, but look right beside the tent and you will see something genuinely terrifying.
Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Oh shit. Alright, we're going back inside.
Did you see it? A tall figure with a completely white head seems to be peeking at the woman filming before the video ultimately shuts off without warning. The woman says that she's going to go back inside for safety, and we can only hope that she was safe after she stopped recording. By its tall appearance in dark clothing and its white face, it almost looks like the Slender Man or some other strange shadow figure. What do you think this mysterious stranger is? And maybe even better, what do you think their intentions were? For now, it remains a mystery, but we can only hope that we and the woman in the video get answers someday. The Paranormies are back at it again in their newest video, and this time they are exploring and conducting an investigation at the sinister farm, which is said to be an incredibly creepy and haunted place. When they arrive at the farm, it is already dark and gloomy outside, and they have only flashlights to rely on in order to see things. They begin to look around the outside of the house, but they miss something genuinely terrifying in the top window that appears and disappears just as quickly. Take a look.
This place, all the glass is shattered and stuff.
So it's got to be that window?
It'd be that window, barn. Shine the light back here.
A couple of minutes later, they are inside of the farmhouse now and are making an attempt to communicate with any potential spirits in the house. One of the men asks the spirit to say the word farm if they are in the room. He hears a voice and then asks, "Who are you?" The response he gets is utterly chilling.
Yeah.
If that was you, can you say farm?
Who are you?
Demon? That's a clear demon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Towards the end of the video, one of the crew members is in the upstairs area of the farmhouse and is looking around the incredibly quiet and eerie room, when all of a sudden, the room is no longer as silent as a mouse.
Boy. Johnny,
Did you hear that? What was that?
I heard something.
It was this light bulb, dude.
A light bulb.
Look. Oh my god.
That wasn't already there?
No.
The group is just about ready to leave not long after, understandably so, but before they can, they are given one last scare by the spirits in the house.
Grab this camera. And then let's
Table tipping.
yeah, I kinda wanna just show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called table tipping, yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know if it had like an official name or something.
Okay, yeah, so I kinda wanna set up a camera in that corner there, and I want to set up a camera either in this corner or... Stop.
Dude, what was that?
What?
The sinister farm is undoubtedly one of the creepiest farms I've seen in a while on the internet. And it's a good thing that the paranormies didn't get harmed or too terribly frightened during this investigation. Let's just hope that if they do come back for another video, they are not going to be harmed by these spirits.
Stop.
Dude, what was that?
A man on YouTube going by the username 1916haunting says that he was just filming a video about his new house and all the changes he was making to it for his subscribers and his family members to watch. The house that he just bought was built in 1916, and obviously, since more than 100 years have gone by since the house was initially constructed, many people have inhabited the walls, and inevitably some have died inside as well. Around the 10-minute mark in the video, the YouTuber is conducting his house tour as he promised, but it doesn't necessarily go as smoothly as he initially planned. He turns the corner and shows off his makeshift bar he is setting up at the room when he hears something nearby that shakes him to his core. Have a look and a listen.
This, and of course you got the bar. This is a work in progress thing. Hey, what the f- Should I tell Emily? Look, even she's freaking out.
Loud, rapidly increasing footsteps are heard racing down the staircase, which causes the uploader to have a brief lapse of panic at the sudden loud noise. But when he goes to investigate, he can't find anybody or anything inside the house. Take a look at some of the other creepy things that have happened in this basement and surrounding the staircase.
Alright, so pardon the mess, but this is what I was telling you about, man. So, you got the toilet. Yeah, it's a completely open bathroom just in the middle of the...
Since this has happened, the uploader believes that perhaps it is the ghost of somebody who has passed away in the house many years ago and is still stuck, forever confined in the walls. What do you think? Is there a ghost in this YouTuber's house? Is this something less sinister and he shouldn't worry? Let me know your thoughts. A Mexican YouTuber named MysterioJL is well known by his subscribers for his frequent uploads, which typically focus on him exploring allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings and documenting his findings for his viewers. In one video published to his channel in November of 2021, Mysterio is exploring an undisclosed building that looks as if it has seen better days. The building is worn down, with graffiti strewn all over the walls, and the interior so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. At about the 10-minute mark in the video, Mysterio and his friends suddenly get a strange feeling while investigating and proceed to explore with a bit more caution than before. Little did they know that someone or something was actually watching them. Take a look.
Se vio algo acá a este lado, güey. Acá colombiano, pasó algo ahí.
Just 2 minutes later, the two men explore an entirely different area in the building when they hear this.
Hoy. Hoy.
At this point, they are getting significantly freaked out, but they nevertheless continue to press forward with the investigation, which proves to be a mistake. While trying to get the attention of any potential spirits in the area, something genuinely terrifying can be seen lingering in the background of this shot.
¿Qué? ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
A mysterious dark figure rushes by in the background, causing the videographer to gasp in complete shock. Just a few moments later, Mysterio and his partner make the decision to flee the area as quickly as possible, not wanting to stick around to see what the strange figure was. Was this the ghost of a deceased child, the one that said "Mama" earlier, or was this something entirely different? We may never know the answer. This video, posted to TikTok by a woman named Cortez Opina 14, starts off relatively normal enough. She films this adorable looking bunny, but it is clear right away that the animal is looking at something a little bit off in the distance, and we are left to wonder what it could be possibly staring at. We get our answer pretty quickly, but it is definitely nothing innocent. What this animal is staring at turns out to be terrifying. Take a look. By all accounts, it certainly looks like this is a running pair of pants, with nobody inside of them. But as we know, that can't be possible, right? It is definitely one of the weirdest and most unexplainable videos I've seen in quite some time. Sadly, there's not too much context about this video, so we are left to our own imagination as to what exactly this TikTok user was able to capture this day. So, is this a possessed pair of pants that are running around without anybody in them? Is this a hoax created in the hopes of getting some views and followers? Or is something else at play here? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Most of the time on the paranormal community section on YouTube, you will more often than not see videos of people exploring various different abandoned buildings, local to their area, whether it be a school, a church, a hospital, or even sometimes large mansions. These are typically the kinds of places that are explored on YouTube, but in one video uploaded to Urbex Hill's YouTube channel, the channel owner Chris actually explores an entirely abandoned neighborhood, which is sure to cover you with goosebumps. Throughout the nearly hour-long video, Chris walks us through the neighborhood, which feels like something ripped straight out of The Walking Dead or The Last of Us, just because of how desolate and eerily quiet it is in the area. The neighborhood became abandoned in the 1990s after a terrible fire ravaged through and destroyed nearly every apartment building. For a while during Chris's investigation, nothing outright creepy happens, but that all changes when Chris decides to explore one of the charred buildings. Take a look at this. This door closing seemingly all by itself is just the first sign that this area is not just abandoned, but possibly haunted too. If any skeptics out there need more proof, then take a look at this shot right here and pay close attention to this part before the green slats can be seen. Did you see it? If not, I urge you to take a closer look, as you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of creepy looking ghost girl. Then, about 30 seconds later, something else that is very creepy can be seen. Watch this. A terrifying ghostly face can be seen appearing on the glass of the window, on the ground to the right-hand corner of the screen. The video goes on for a few minutes longer before Chris ultimately decides to pack his things and head home. This investigation is just proof that haunted and abandoned places can be anywhere, even the most unexpected of places, like an entire neighborhood. Reddit user Raslan-Hafiz97 shared the following piece of footage to the ghost subreddit that shows him simply walking down the street late at night in his city. What initially started off as a peaceful nightly walk quickly turned into something quite strange, as you will soon see. Take a look at what he captured that night. It's unmistakable that something was walking across from Raslan, but he's not entirely sure exactly what it is, and neither am I. By all accounts, it looks like it could be some sort of ghostly figure taking a nightly stroll before vanishing without a trace. Raslan points out that the figure could possibly be somebody walking around in the middle of the night with a white blanket over their head, but that may actually be more bizarre than an actual ghost. So what do you think this figure is, and what is it doing out so late at night? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Michael and Heather are two paranormal investigators that primarily use the social media platform TikTok, where they frequently upload videos that typically sees them investigating a certain paranormal occurrence or documenting findings of their own. On one typical day, Michael and Heather were both at home, sitting and watching some television, when something odd captured their attention instead. When they got up to investigate, this is what happened.
shit.
Loud knocking noises can be heard coming from various different doors in the house, but as you can see, when they approach the doors, nobody is seen on the other side. At one point in the video, Michael opens up one of the doors, which causes the noise to stop temporarily, but just a few moments later, the same knocking sound can be heard coming from an entirely different door. So of course, this video begs the question, what could possibly be causing this mysterious knocking noise? Let's hope that Michael and Heather soon get the answers they so desperately need. YouTuber Dark Ghost Paranormal uploaded a video to his channel in August of 2021 that sees him heading out to an abandoned school bunker located somewhere in Germany that is allegedly very haunted. Immediately when he arrives on the scene, he can tell that the school bunker has long been abandoned. Bits of rubble and debris are scattered around the area, and it looks as though the place hasn't been touched in ages, making his surroundings that much more unsettling. At one point in the video, a stationary camera that was set up in one of the school's corridors seems to capture something quite unnerving. Take a look. About 2 minutes later, while exploring one room, the YouTuber notices something very bizarre happen with one of the pieces of furniture in the room, before something else happens regarding a box in a separate room.
Я в этой комнате. Дай мне знак, если я в этой комнате. Дай мне знак, если надо где-то еще искать. Моменты.
So far, this place has shown some genuinely intense paranormal activity, but nonetheless, Dark Ghost Paranormal works up the courage to continue on with his investigation. This, of course, proves to be a mistake. Take a look at the terrifying encounters that happen next.
Ты специально меня сюда заманила? Отпусти меня.
understandably, not wanting to stay any longer, he can no longer take being in the building and calls it a day. But the question still looms. What in the world did he experience during his investigation? Furniture was seen to move around, strange noises were heard, and doors seemed to lock by themselves, all while he was on the other side. Was there some sort of ghostly apparition trying to trap him there? I'll let you decide. Over on the Ghost subreddit, a Reddit user named LividXQ1640 shared a video titled "Abandoned House I Spotlighted." The video begins with the uploader driving in his car down a dark and creepy road late at night before spotting the abandoned house off to the left. As he pulls up outside of the house, it is clear that it is completely abandoned and has definitely seen some better days. But just as the uploader and his friend in the vehicle are about to investigate further, something scares them away for good. So, what is it? Well, let's take a closer look.
There it is. Holy what? Yo, go. Holy what? Yo, go.
The moment the uploader saw this strange figure in the house, his immediate reaction was to tell his friend to drive away ASAP, which seems like a genuine reaction. But it still begs the question, who or what was inside that abandoned house? Was it a squatter? Was it a strange ghost or creature? Or was this all a hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments. Playgrounds are a place for children to spend as much time as they want, going on swing sets and having fun on various different slides. Chances are you went to a playground many times as a kid and remember it fondly as being a nostalgic, safe place to spend your days during your youth. But not all playgrounds are fun. Some playgrounds are said to be haunted by the ghosts of children. Take for instance the Shelton Park that is said to be home to several ghost children. According to legend, at night, these kids can be heard playing and having fun, but eventually their happy voices turn to screams of absolute terror. This video shows a playground at an undisclosed location at night. The uploader says that the footage was filmed by his neighbor who was recording his daughter going down the slide at their local playground. The young girl in question is about to go down the slide, and when she does, it looks like she has fun. But little did she know that something genuinely unnerving happened right behind her.
Hey, vente. Hey, vente.
If you look closely behind the little girl, you can see what appears to be some sort of a ghostly boy peering at the girl from behind her before vanishing without a trace. The uploader says that his neighbor swears that at the time of recording this video, there was nobody else at the playground, and that it was just him and his children, the strange figure not being one of them. So what could have possibly been behind the young girl at the slide? Was it a ghostly boy wanting to make a new friend? Clever video editing? We may never know the definitive answer. A TikTok creator known as TSC TV frequently records live streams for his viewers to watch that typically document him exploring abandoned buildings to see if he can find anything exciting or creepy inside. In this particular video, the uploader is seen exploring some sort of strange abandoned building out in the middle of nowhere, which certainly adds to the unsettling atmosphere of the footage. At first, TSC's lucky and doesn't seem to find anything truly terrifying, but that all changes in just a matter of seconds. Take a look.
Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah, mang astagfirullahaladzim. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Ya Allah, ya Rabbi, Iron Man, aing masa harus nangis cuy. Ya Allah, maceng, astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. Aduh.
Absolutely frozen in shock, TSC stands still and doesn't have any idea what to do, while he looks at the strange figure standing not too far away in front of him. A few minutes later, TSC makes his way around the building slowly, but he doesn't get far before he sees the same exact figure looming in front of him once more.
Allahu Akbar, mang. Allah, mang. Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim. Nih gua zumpul nih, ngaco lu, ya Allah. Allah. Aduh, itu masih ada lagi cu. Astagfirullahaladzim. Umi. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim.
At this point, the uploader decides to go outside, trying his best to get away from the figure, even though it doesn't show any signs of being deadly. He wisely makes the choice to exit the building, but even still, he doesn't seem to be too safe as this happens.
Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah, ya Rabbi. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
This is definitely one of the most mysterious and unexplainable videos I've seen in quite a while. Where exactly is this building and what was its original purpose? And of course, the question on everybody's mind, what was that figure and what were its intentions? Thankfully, TSC managed to escape the area before he could find out the answer. A TikTok user named Andy Winehouse shared 2 videos to his account, both of which have been creeping viewers out immensely. In the video, Andy states that he has been hearing some strange sounds inside his house. But these are not sounds such as things falling to the floor or doors creaking. What he has been hearing is, somehow, his own voice calling to him from other parts of the house. Take a listen to this.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. What I told you. Come here.
The voice proceeds to urge him to come here, while Andy can only stop and listen in complete disbelief before walking back to his room and locking the door behind him. In the second part of the video, it is shown that even in the comfort of his own bedroom, Andy cannot find a sense of safety and peace, as a series of loud scratching noises can be heard right at his door. He says that he has a cat, but insists that there is no possible way his cat could make the noise he is hearing. Have a listen.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You can literally hear it out there. You can literally hear it out there. No. What the f***? My God. No.
Ever since these videos have been uploaded, viewers have been scrambling to come up with a logical explanation for what could have happened here. Some theories suggest that this was a setup and Andy is simply playing a recording of his voice from another room to make it sound like another version of him is calling out to him. But even if that was so, it still doesn't explain the terrifying clawing noises coming right at his door. At the end of the second video, Andy even opens the door and finds his cat simply sitting there, proving that his pet was not the culprit. To this day, Andy's scenario remains a complete mystery. What would you do if you heard your own voice calling out to you? Signs and Signals is a smaller YouTube channel that also focuses on abandoned and haunted building exploration style content. In the past, the crew behind the channel have explored some genuinely terrifying places, but nothing could prepare them for this particular night. In October of 2021, the camera crew heads on out to a church that just so happens to be very haunted. The over 20-minute video is jam-packed with tons of creepy things, and the first of many things happens just about 9 minutes into the exploration, when the uploader static cam begins to display something strange.
You know you want to do something? Come on. We here, we waiting. You got a whole crowd watching you, bro. Come on, do something. Show yourself. Do something. You see what I'm saying?
That sounded like it was from back there too.
Oh, we got that.
If it was back there, we definitely got it.
Come on. Come on, yeah, do something else. What's up? Dude, this thing is making me pissed off, David.
Then, a couple of minutes later, the crew are heading inside of another room, all while they are shrouded in near total darkness and silence, surely adding to their sense of unease. But all of a sudden, something scares the videographer so much that he actually falls to the ground. Take a look.
Okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna run over there. That's what you don't care.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, what the hell was that? David!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Luckily, the videographer is able to brush himself off, and amazingly is able to continue on with the investigation despite what just happened to him. They then come to a room that one of the men was in beforehand, and if you look just out of the corner of your eye, you should be able to see something quite chilling. A little bit later on, before they are able to pack their things and head home for the night, they are in for one last bone-chilling scare. Look at this.
What the f*** was that, dude?
What?
You didn't hear that, man?
What'd you hear? What'd you hear?
You didn't hear that whisper, dude? Right in my ear, dude.
I didn't hear it.
It was just like...
I heard a thump over there.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Dude, Dave.
Let's get stuff. Get your light.
What?
Get your light. Get your light.
A mysterious voice can be heard whispering what sounds like your mind before multiple chairs move around all by themselves. After this, the crew members decide to leave the building, which I would say was for the best. I'd also say it's a safe bet to assume that these guys will not be venturing back to this church for a second investigation. ILM Barno Paranormal is a YouTuber that frequently uploads videos of himself exploring abandoned buildings, documenting his findings for his subscribers to watch. In one video, ILM uploaded footage of himself exploring an allegedly haunted abandoned factory, but the exact location and name of the factory has not been disclosed. The video definitely isn't short on scares, as these two terrifying things happen in the first 2 minutes of the footage alone. Take a look.
Was active, so I'm gonna put it right here. I think that it's the best. Okay. No way. Hello?
Just a few minutes later, ILM is exploring another room in the factory when he hears something that startles him not too far in the distance.
Okay. That was the scariest thing. Or it maybe wasn't. No way. Hello?
However, in one of the nearby rooms, if you look carefully, you can make out something incredibly creepy in the exact same room that ILM is exploring, unbeknownst to him at the time. Look closely.
I didn't upload for like 5-6 months, and you like really get that video to 1K. Probably because I want to communicate with them, and I think that room is good for communication. Plus I have my camera on there. Hello?
At the 9-minute mark, the uploader sets his camera down in order to see if he can capture any sort of strange activity without walking around, and sure enough, 2 incredibly mysterious things happen.
This thing. I don't know if you can see it.
After this, he walks around the staircase area where he begins to hear some strange sounds coming from nearby. But before he can even start investigating the source of them, something else happens that startles him even more.
I'm scared of this. Hello? I heard sounds from here. I swear. Hello? No! I'm not doing this.
In a second part, ILM walks around near a door frame and proceeds to ask if any sort of spirit is present. And although no spirit makes it clear audibly, it does confirm its existence physically. Look closely at the door frame. Meanwhile, in another room inside the factory, where a stationary camera is set up, some truly bizarre and unexplainable activity is captured, followed by an incredibly chilling incident with an EVP. Watch this.
Pokud tu jste, tak se ukažte.
Right towards the end of the video though, it seems as though the spirit in the factory is tired of ILM being in the building and exploring, and the entity in question wants to make it clear. When ILM is walking around a room at the end of the footage, this happens.
Pozor, mimo provoz.
It's hard to say for certain if this is real or just a hoax. Everything does seem quite authentic, plus ILM's reactions to everything that occurred in the factory while exploring sounds genuine, but you can never know for sure. So what do you think? Is this real or fake? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. The Paranormies are a fast-growing YouTube channel that frequently uploads videos depicting abandoned building explorations as well as general paranormal investigations, all of them being highly unique and terrifying in nature. The backstory behind this investigation goes as follows. Richard inherited his grandparents' house after they passed away. After some time in the house, he began hearing noises coming from the attic. Richard decides to check the attic, thinking there could be an animal, but finds nothing except for a journal. Reading through the journal, there are descriptions of animal torture and sacrificial rituals, and the murder of a man. After that, the paranormal activity in the house got worse, so he decided to set up cameras while he was gone. The following piece of footage was recorded by Richard in the middle of the night. Right from the second it starts, it certainly gives off unsettling vibes, and those uncomfortable feelings turn out to be for good reason. Look at this creepy incident that occurs involving his phone. Then, another scene is shown that was filmed in the kitchen area of Richard's house, and at first, everything seems to be completely normal and innocent. But take a good look at the water machine, and you will see that something is very amiss here. Then a different angle a few moments later shows some very creepy things happening in the kitchen. Take a look.
To see if anybody, or to see who it was.
Yeah, right.
But you also mentioned on the phone when we talked to you that there was an odor as well.
Yeah, it almost smelled like a butcher shop.
A butcher shop.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's some of the best paranormal footage that I've ever seen. Who do you believe wrote the journal then?
I honestly have no idea.
Okay. What are you hoping to find out from our investigation?
Well, I'm kind of hoping that you guys are able to bring peace.
A while later in the video, the paranormies are using an Ovilus device in one of the bedrooms, which speaks to them saying reason. Then immediately afterward, this happens.
Reason.
Reason? What reason did you have? No way.
Oh, holy shit.
After this, they proceed to head outside to the exact spot where coordinates were given to them in a journal, fully expecting to find evidence, animal bones, or some sort of ritual, or maybe even a body. But while they are out there, they hear something truly terrifying, something that nobody would want to hear outside in a desolate area, much less at night. Watch and listen to this.
Ow. What is that, firewood? Oh my god!
In a separate part 2 video, we see more footage that was filmed from Richard in what appears to be a living room, and it doesn't take long at all for things to get a little unsettling. Look at what was captured. A couple of minutes later, the paranormies are sitting down at a table for a moment, but still making sure that they are still recording. It's a good thing that they were, otherwise they would not have been able to capture this terrifying incident on camera.
Okay. Oh, that freaked the shit out of me. What
yeah,
is
now
it?
it's level.
Level?
Now it's starting to say stuff.
That's exactly what happened like in his video.
At the 12-minute mark in the investigation, they are finally trying to make communication with any potential spirits in the area when the man behind the camera urges any potential spirits in the room to let us know you're here. Judging by what happens next, I think this spirit heard him.
Let us know you're here. Thank you. Oh, my hands are shaking.
The group then conducts the investigation in other areas of the house, but are stopped short when they hear something eerie coming from the upstairs area. Listen to this.
It sounds like somebody else is in this house.
Oh my god.
That's loud.
Where is that coming from? It sounds like it's coming from behind me. Like up here.
Some people wouldn't dare go upstairs after hearing a sound like that coming from the area, but the paranormies are determined to get to the bottom of this and figure out what is in this house messing with them. One of the crew members walks downstairs for a moment, carrying his Ovilus device, which says something very creepy. He then asks the spirit to scream for him, and while it doesn't obey that command, it does do something else rather remarkable that definitely gives them the proof they need that they are not alone in that house. Look at this.
Scream? Can you scream for me? Can you imagine?
Whoa. Light just went on again.
Oh my god.
If this video is authentic and nothing about it was staged in any way, then I must say that the Paranormies video is definitely creepy and is amazing proof of the existence of the paranormal. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is back at it again, and this time he's exploring an old abandoned school called the Central Academy, which is said to be quite haunted. But of course, seeing as how Chris has done this type of thing before, he decides to go in and have a look to see if there's anything of interest. Just 2 minutes into the investigation, while nearing the school's locker room, something very chilling happens that Chris doesn't seem to notice. A little while later, while exploring a dark and dreary hallway, something very similar happens that is equally terrifying. At this point in the investigation, Chris hasn't noticed anything happening whatsoever, but is continuing to look around nonetheless. Just as he nears his final minutes of investigating, he experiences a few more chilling things before he can exit. Listen to this.
lots of stories.
As mentioned earlier, it doesn't seem that Chris noticed anything watching him from behind the pillars and windows, but if you look closely, you can make out what appears to be some sort of mysterious shadow figure keeping a close eye on him. One thing is for sure, when he reviewed the footage later on, he definitely had quite the scare awaiting him. This next entry, filmed in a power station dormitory located in Malaysia, is absolutely jam-packed with tons of eerie moments that are sure to give you the creeps. In the footage, we follow an unidentified man as he makes his way through the station, and almost immediately he comes across something very eerie. He then proceeds to enter the building, which, as you can see, is completely abandoned. It's so silent inside that you could quite literally hear a pin drop, which certainly must have added to the man's discomfort while exploring there. Sure enough, it doesn't take long at all for a series of incredibly unsettling things to start to happen, confirming the man's deepest fears.
丧尸来没有这玩意儿了吗，兄弟们？啊！我看啥玩意儿了啊？我操你妈！我操你妈塞！哼！我操！哼！我操你妈！哼！啊！谁？操你妈！我操！我操！操你妈！我操你妈！我操你妈！生气了，兄弟们！我操你啊！
Although the man has already seen so many creepy things happen in such a short span of time, he nevertheless works up the courage to continue on with the investigation, which, as you can probably expect, only ends up getting more and more crazy as time goes on. Take a look.
我操你妈的！这里边啥的？啊？谁呀？我操你妈！现在不知道在哪儿。哎！我操你妈！我操你妈！我操你妈！一个脑袋，兄弟们！我操！我操你妈！我催你妈！
Because the building the uploader is exploring is so large and has so many different areas and rooms to it, he decides to keep venturing in whereas most people would make the wise decision and leave as soon as possible. But this man puts on his best brave face and presses on, which just leads to more terrifying incidents that he was able to capture.
观众，我二了，我说过来了，过来了，家人们过来了。走，上那屋看看啊，兄弟们，上那屋。我操你妈！我操你妈！我操！我操你妈！
Eventually, the uploader gets more and more terrified, which is certainly quite understandable given the circumstances. But before he makes the final decision to leave once and for all, he gets subjected to yet even more scares for good measure.
操你妈！我操你妈！差点没掉下去。我操你妈！我操！我操你妈！我操！操你妈的！我操你妈！
It's genuinely remarkable just how many incredibly disturbing and frightening things happened in just one video, more specifically one night. If this video is indeed 100% real, then this power station dormitory is without question one of the most haunted places I have ever seen recorded on camera. The sheer amount of paranormal activity on display is truly staggering and is sure to make many people have a hard time sleeping tonight. And that was the top 20 scariest ghost videos of 2021. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content and get ready for many more spooky videos in 2022. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
This guy was out with his dog late one night in Wisconsin when he decided to film the unusual, dense fog that had been affecting much of the United States. And as he recorded, he noticed something far more unsettling.
I come out here every night for a walk. And I had this insane spotlight. What the hell is that? Nyla, get over here right now. Hey! Nyla! What the fuck is that? Nyla, come here. Jesus Christ, now I got the chills. What the fuck? Nyla! Come here, right now. Hey!
Multiple unidentified figures seemed to be watching him, their silhouettes barely visible through the thick fog. The discovery sent chills down his spine, leaving him questioning what exactly he had just captured on camera.
A woman was at home when she heard her Alexa device laughing from inside her bedroom with no one else in there. Confused and a bit uneasy, she went to check it out, and this is what she saw.
Alexa, ¿de qué te estás riendo?
El muñeco me contó un chiste buenísimo.
¿Qué estás diciendo?
Upon questioning, Alexa responded with something downright chilling. It said it was laughing because the doll next to it told a funny joke. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, moments later, the lights in the room suddenly went out, plunging everything into darkness. A laughing Alexa is weird already, but a doll telling it jokes? Nightmare fuel. This boy living in Bahrain claims that he's being haunted by a strange entity that appears outside his house every night after midnight and just stands and silently stares at his window from a distance.
Look at this creep right here. He's literally just standing there like looking at me, but I don't know what the hell does he want from me?
Now at first glance, the footage doesn't really look like much, and it's hard to even tell what you're supposed to be looking at. I guess this thing right here is what he's claiming is the entity. So I took a screenshot of the frame and ran it through ChatGPT to clean it up and enhance the image, and this was the result. A tall, creepy figure that looked disturbingly like the Slender Man was probably what was standing there in the dark. I ran the same frame through ChatGPT a couple more times, and each time it returned with a similar tall, humanoid figure standing in the distance. Still, after all of that, I think what's really happening here is nothing more than pareidolia. Here's a video taken of the same place during the day, and you can see it's this spot that he's mistaking for an entity. And to be fair, it really does kind of look like something standing there when it's dark. This woman was at a storage facility all alone when she got a bad feeling that she wasn't the only one there. So she started recording, and that's when she captured this.
Y'all tell me I don't see that. Oh no. I don't know if it's just a fan like going in and out, but the fuck is that? Duh. I don't. Maybe I'm bugging. No, I know y'all just see that, right? Oh!
A dark figure could be seen peeking around the corner at the far end of the facility, almost as if it was watching her. The sight totally scared the crap out of her, and without wasting another second, she turned and quickly got the hell out of there. She was home alone when she saw this. What looks like a pale white face could be seen slowly peeking out from the top of the stairs, just enough to be noticed before moving out of sight. A couple hours later, after building up the courage to check it out, she goes upstairs to investigate, fearing someone might have broken into her house, but finds absolutely no one. Now, it is worth mentioning that she had been watching creepy paranormal videos all morning prior to this, and many people believe that watching horror movies and scary videos can sometimes attract dark entities, opening you and your home up to them. So did she accidentally invite something otherworldly into her home, or was it an elusive intruder?
A man was alone at his girlfriend's house when he started hearing what sounded like someone walking around upstairs. His girlfriend had always claimed the house was haunted, saying she would often hear footsteps upstairs when no one was there, but he never believed her until now.
I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now. I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old, but it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs.
Determined to get to the bottom of it, he heads to the stairs to investigate, and this happens.
Who's up there? Oh my god, they're like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
As soon as he called out who or whatever was making the noise, something invisible came charging down the stairs directly toward him, sending him stumbling back in fear. These guys were filming after dark out in the Appalachian woods when they suddenly heard something that stopped them right in their tracks.
We're gonna have to redo scene 7. It might be okay.
Yeah, I think
I don't think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. We should.
Okay, let's back up.
Head back. Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry, yeah.
I think we should.
A sharp, eerie whistle, believed to be the infamous Appalachian whistle, echoed through the woods twice, the second one sounding much closer. Realizing they might not be alone, they immediately packed up and got out of there, before whatever was lurking nearby got any closer. According to legend, the Appalachian whistle is not of human origin, with many believing that hearing it in the woods at night is an omen, and whistling back could invite something sinister.
A woman named Charlotte was sitting in a hospital room waiting for a nurse to come in and draw her blood, when out of nowhere she began hearing what sounded like a woman softly humming a tune in her room. The humming gave her instant chills, and Charlotte later explained that the sound felt so close, it was as if the person humming was standing just a few feet in front of her, yet the room was completely empty. Of course, there could be a logical explanation, like the sound could have been coming from a mobile device nearby or somewhere just outside the room, but hospitals are often said to be haunted, with numerous stories from visitors and staff about strange and unexplained occurrences. A woman named Jules, who works as a funeral director, was recording herself getting ready for a late-night shift at the funeral home, as she often does for TikTok, when she heard a strange noise coming from somewhere in the building. At the time, she brushed it off as nothing more than her imagination, but later, when she played back the footage, she heard something horrifying, and it gave me chills. Increase the volume and listen closely. What sounded like someone laughing could be clearly heard in the background. What makes this so unsettling is that Jules later revealed that it was nearly 1 a.m. and she was completely alone and the only person in the building at the time. Funeral homes are already creepy enough at night, but hearing laughter in a place like that? Yeah, that's the kind of thing that just makes you go, nope. This girl was recording a song in the Appalachian woods all alone when she heard this. What sounded like someone whistling, followed by the sound of footsteps, could be heard in the background, but when she looked around, she couldn't see anyone, so feeling uneasy and not wanting to take any chances, she quickly packed up and got the hell out of there. A couple days later, she went back to the same spot to finish her recording, and once again she started hearing the sound of someone whistling and footsteps moving around her.
I'm starting to get really freaked out. I keep moving because I'm scared.
Feeling creeped out, she kept changing spots, and when she finally settled and started recording again, this happened.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
She noticed something off camera, and whatever it was, it terrified her. She later explained that at first she thought it was a deer, but as it got closer, she realized whatever it was walking on 2 legs. Not wanting to find out what it really was, she ran straight out of there. Some people think she might have encountered the Whistler, a malevolent entity said to mimic human whistles to lure people deep into the woods.
A woman named Melody received a missed call from an unknown number late one night, and when she checked her phone the next morning, she noticed the caller had left a voicemail. Curious and slightly uneasy, she played the message, and what she heard was so disturbing, it left her shaken.
I'm gonna play for you what is in the voicemail. I don't know who it is. It's hard to hear, so I want to see if it gives me Anyway, listen.
A distorted, chilling voice could be heard calling her name, claiming it was real, and that it had never stopped watching her. Disturbed but desperate for clarity, Melody shared the voicemail online, but the mystery only deepened. The following day, hoping for some answers, Melody decided to forward the message to a friend when things got even stranger.
But after I posted that, my friend was like, send that to me so I could listen to it with headphones on and turn it up and see what I can to clear it up. And I did. And then he responded, he's like, what is this? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I can't hear anything. And I'm like, I literally just sent the voicemail. I texted the voicemail, So he sends it back to me, right? And this is what I get back. So I sent it to my mom. And I'm able to take her phone and listen to it. This is what. No one I have sent it to has gotten it.
Neither her friend or her mom or herself could hear anything anymore. The creepy voice was gone, leaving behind just the static. It was as if the message had never been there at all. But things didn't stop there. A few days later, Melody's unease turned to outright fear when this happened.
I got to my car and there's a note on the windshield. So at first I'm like, oh, somebody must have hit my shit and left a note. But there's nothing. Hold on. Okay, I have to calm down a little bit. I'm shaking. But this is what was left. So, you shouldn't have ignored it.
As Melody walked to her car, she found a note on her windshield. At first, she assumed someone had hit her car and left their information, but there was no damage and no contact info. Just a chilling message that read, "You shouldn't have ignored it."
This guy was out in his front yard late one night in the Appalachian Mountains when this happened.
You alright?
Out of nowhere, a loud, piercing, blood-curdling scream, unmistakably like that of a woman, ripped through the air, so sharp and so intense that it scared the crap out of both him and his dog, and sent them running back inside the house in a panic. Now sure, you could argue it was a wild animal like a bobcat or a mountain lion. Even foxes can make some pretty disturbing sounds. But here's the thing, the Appalachia is infamous for its deep, dark woods, its isolation and creepy legends, and random unexplained screams in the middle of the night are kind of a thing here. People hear them all the time, and a lot of locals say they're not always coming from animals, but something not from the living. This woman from Saudi Arabia was out camping in the woods one night, when all of a sudden she started hearing the sound of musical instruments and drums beating all around her, even though there wasn't a single town or village for miles. Now, according to her, the sounds were coming from what she believes was a gathering of jinns, most likely a wedding. Jinns are widely believed to inhabit remote or desolate places, far away from human populations. And just like humans, they're said to also hold gatherings of their own, including weddings. Many people have reported hearing music, drumming, and singing in deserted areas like forests late at night, sounds which are often attributed to jinn wedding celebrations. TikTok user Silly Lady was checking out a new house with her family, and as she was recording a simple house tour for her boyfriend's mom, she accidentally captured something strange the moment she got close to the bathroom. Listen closely.
Bubby, you stay with us.
I'm going down. Who's over this room?
As she steps inside the bathroom, a soft, eerie voice can clearly be heard whispering her niece's name, who had just been inside the bathroom moments earlier and can be seen walking out seconds before the whisper is heard. She didn't notice it at the time, and only heard it after reviewing the video later, and has no idea who said it. But she is absolutely certain that no one in the house at the time said it. No one was standing near the bathroom, and the voice doesn't sound like anyone from her family who was there that day. But things don't end there. The creepy discovery prompted her to go through other videos she had taken in the house that day, and in one of them, she noticed something that made the whole thing even creepier. Listen carefully.
Oh my god.
As the camera pans across the closet, another faint whisper can be heard. This time, it's unclear what's being said, but it sounds like the voice of a small child. Silly Lady is pretty convinced the house might be haunted, but according to her latest update, they didn't take the house, so I guess we'll never know for sure. This girl was filming a TikTok late at night in an Appalachia parking lot when this happened.
Hey guys, I just got this really cute umbrella from the dollar store and I wanted to show you because I fucking think it's the cutest thing ever. Okay.
Out of nowhere, a loud, piercing scream of a woman cut through the air, so sudden and intense that it scared the crap out of her and sent her running in fear. The Appalachia is famous for its deep, dark woods and creepy legends, and one of the most infamous reports is of random, unexplained screams that echo through the night. Screams that in these mountains are not just noise, but often a warning from a spirit or the call of something not human.
This mother was at the park with her 14-year-old son when she encountered something deeply unsettling.
There's a man underneath his car. That's my car. That's someone's car. And he is crawled up under there. And he's just watching me. See him moving on his belly?
She saw a creep lying face down under a truck, silently watching her. The woman later explained that while her son was grabbing water from her car, he noticed the man staring at him from his truck, which was parked right next to theirs, giving him an uncomfortable feeling. And as he returned to tell her about it, the man stepped out of his truck and crawled underneath it and just stayed there, silently staring at her for nearly 15 minutes until help arrived. And when he was confronted, he crawled out, casually said he was working on his truck, even though he had no tools, then got back in his truck and drove away. This woman got a notification from her Ring camera that someone was at her door, and when she checked the footage, she saw this. A creepy-looking man dressed in a school uniform was standing outside her home, staring directly into her Ring camera. Now, in case you're wondering, she did call the police, and according to an old news article, the man's name is Andre Curlew, who went missing from Ealing Hospital in the UK back in 2018 and suffers from bipolar disorder and paranoid schizophrenia, with the public being warned not to approach him.
This guy and his friends were spending the night at what looks like a partially developed lot, surrounded by dense forest and far from the nearest town, somewhere in Indonesia. Later that night, while everyone else was asleep, he was woken up by strange noises coming from outside, as if someone, or something, was moving around out there. Curious and uneasy, he grabbed his phone and started recording, and captured this. A pale, ghostly white face was peering in through the window, silently watching them as they slept. He immediately freaked out, and the figure quickly slid out of view, almost as if it knew it had been spotted. In Indonesia, there are long-standing legends of jinn, supernatural beings that are said to inhabit remote and desolate places, and one of the most feared forms is the pocong, which is said to wander the earth, wrapped in burial shrouds, searching for the living. Or perhaps it was a Pontianak, a pale woman in white with long black hair, known for luring unsuspecting victims before attacking. This woman was at home with her family when, out of nowhere, unexplainable things started happening, like the lights flickering, things moving on their own, and strange knocking on the doors and windows, even though no one was outside. Freaked out, they all ran into the bedroom, and just to make sure she wasn't imagining things, she started recording when this happened.
What the fuck? Oh, hell no. You gotta go.
The bedroom door suddenly swung open on its own, before slamming shut again, scaring the hell out of them. She later explained that all this started after they brought a couch into the house. Many believe they may have dragged something sinister into their home with it.
A man inherited his grandmother's haunted home, and as he was trying to record the ongoing paranormal activity in the house one night, he captured something truly terrifying.
Is there anything going on in here? Anybody here? I know a lot of things have happened around here. If there's something around here messing with me, making noises, show yourself. If it's an ancestor, that's great. If it's something else, I'm not afraid of you.
The camera captured a sinister, demon-like figure standing in a doorway, which was invisible to the naked eye. Upon closer inspection, the entity appeared to have demonic features like pointed ears, horns, a red face, and an upheld, clawed hand. A photo taken of the same area just minutes later showed nothing there, and no sign of anything unusual. A woman named Amelia lives in a 250-year-old haunted house, and one night, after hearing loud banging noises coming from upstairs, she decided to investigate and captured this. The curtain on the window moved on its own, as if being pulled by an unseen force. At the same time, a pair of headphones, which appeared to be levitating near the wall, suddenly fell to the ground, and when she looked behind the curtain, you guessed it, no one was there. Seems like this haunted house is living up to its reputation.
This guy was chilling in his room, scrolling through his phone, when he noticed out of the corner of his eye that the head of his stuffed tiger toy had moved for a split second. He thought he was tripping, but just to be sure, he pulled out his camera and started recording when this happened.
Já už toho mám dost. Támhle, já měl pocit, že se ten tygr na mě teď podíval. Že se teďkon otočil. Ani piču.
Without warning, the toy's front paws suddenly moved on their own. The unexpected movement completely freaked him out, and without wasting another second, he quickly got the hell out of there.
This group of friends was using the Randonautica app, an app that generates random coordinates for users to explore, and as they were following the coordinates late one night, something terrifying happened.
What the fuck? Is that, what the fuck is that?
They noticed a creepy, strange figure standing near the app's designated spot, and as they got closer, the figure suddenly lunged at their car, sending them speeding away in fear. Maybe some places are better left unexplored.
A woman named Joanne was relaxing at home with her family one evening, when out of nowhere her cat suddenly started acting strange, staring at something across the living room that neither Joanne nor her husband could see.
What the fuck is over there?
There was nothing there, so they couldn't help but feel like their cat was sensing something paranormal. Now, cats do sometimes act like this when they've spotted a small critter, like a bug or a mouse, that a human simply might not have noticed yet. But a lot of people firmly believe they can also pick up on things that we just can't. So was Joanne's cat seeing a ghost? Or was it simply being a cat? This woman was out for a walk with her 2 dogs in the woods near her home when she stumbled upon something downright creepy.
Hang on. Are you seeing this? Fire, fine. You know, fine, whatever. That's not fine. Oh my fucking god.
Deep amongst the trees, someone had prepared what looked like a ritual site, with a burnt tree and strange, human-shaped figures made out of twigs placed near it. The discovery left her uneasy, and as she was examining the odd setup, her dogs started acting weird, sensing an unfamiliar presence nearby. Trusting their instincts and feeling on edge, she decided not to stick around and quickly left the area. And it's a good thing she did, because just as she and her dogs were a safe distance away from the woods, this happened.
Oh my actual god.
A man was silently watching them from the tree line, and the moment he realized he'd been spotted, he slipped back into the woods and vanished. A woman named Emily was out delivering food in a sketchy neighborhood late one night when she encountered something truly unsettling.
Hello? Hello? I have your DoorDash order. Can you put it on the stool, please? I'm not really supposed to come into houses. It's just inside the door. It doesn't really matter how far it is. I'm not supposed to.
As she placed the order at the doorstep, the door mysteriously opened on its own. And to make things even creepier, A woman's voice then called out from inside the house, insisting that she step inside and place the food on a stool just inside the doorway. And when she refused, explaining it was against company policy to go inside, the voice turned aggressive and began cussing her out.
I'm not allowed to come inside, and I will not come inside.
Come on, you fucking bitch. It's not hard.
Yeah, no.
This guy was exploring a haunted house when he decided to set up a camera in the basement, hoping to record any paranormal activity, and this is what it captured. As he walked up the stairs, a dark, shadowy figure moved closely behind him and followed him up the stairs. Did his camera just catch a real demon? This guy was home alone when he heard some knocking sounds coming from the basement. Curious, he went to check it out and saw this.
Hello? Hello?
A children's toy horse sitting in the basement suddenly began rocking on its own.
I'm done.
A few days later, he was back in the basement watching a movie when, once again, the toy horse started moving on its own. 2 times isn't a coincidence, so what do you think is going on here?
A group of friends was driving through Fillmore, California late one night when this happened. A woman dressed in white was walking along the side of the road, and as they drove past her, you can see her reach her arm out toward the car and hear her say, Now here's where things get interesting. This wasn't just any road. This happened on Sycamore Road, a narrow stretch between Fillmore and Santa Paula that is widely believed to be haunted, and has a long history of people experiencing some unexplainable things on it. Named after the historic sycamore tree, the road is said to be haunted by the Lady in White, a young woman who died in a car accident near the tree decades ago, and now appears to hitchhike and ask drivers for a ride, before disappearing suddenly. And so a lot of people think that this was her, while others say it was just a regular person needing help. But they never stopped, so I guess we'll never know for sure. This woman was working as a caregiver for an elderly lady who had been bedridden for the past 2 years, but from the start, something about the job felt off. At night, she would often hear the sound of footsteps going through the house, even though her patient was supposed to be unable to walk. To put her mind at ease, she set up a camera in her bedroom one night before going to sleep, and what it captured looked like something straight out of a nightmare. In the middle of the night, a frail, elderly figure crept into the room, softly whispering the name Deborah, as it lingered for a few seconds before quietly turning and leaving. While definitely creepy, it's possible the elderly lady could be showing signs of a real phenomenon called sundowning, where people with dementia, even if bedridden, may suddenly get up, wander around, and act strangely at night. Or maybe it was all just an elaborate hoax. What do you think? This video doesn't have much context. We can see what looks like a strange silhouette of a person walking in the water, far out in the sea, where it should be too deep for anyone to stand. What we're looking at here could possibly be a djinn. Jinns are widely known to exist in remote and isolated locations, including vast bodies of water like seas and oceans, which are said to be home to the Marid, a powerful and arrogant type of jinn feared for their hostility and deception towards humans. Or maybe it was nothing more than an optical illusion. What do you think? This paranormal investigator from Indonesia was exploring an abandoned house near the woods when he captured something terrifying. At first, he didn't come across anything spooky, but as he went deeper into his investigation, he spotted a strange figure standing near the trees. Thinking it might actually be something paranormal, he tries to get its attention, and that's when things go horribly wrong.
Woi, pocong PA, ini loh saudara lu nih, bawa sekalian ini.
As he calls out to it, an ominous-looking figure wrapped completely in white suddenly came rushing out of the woods and moved straight toward him, scaring the ever-living crap out of him as he ran back inside the house in a panic. Many people believe what he encountered could possibly be the Pocong, a well-known supernatural entity in Indonesian and Malaysian folklore, said to restlessly wander the earth wrapped in burial shrouds, having unfinished business and searching for the living. A woman named Ferzana claims she's being haunted by a mimic that only appears in one specific window of her house.
You can see that there's a shape that looks like a person, but there's definitely there's no way there could be someone standing there. It kind of looks like me. It kind of looks like me.
In the video, you can clearly see the shape of a woman standing right behind her, visible in the reflection in the glass. Now, some people think it's just the window glass creating a double image of her own reflection, but I'm not too sure about that, because as Ferzana points out, the figure stays completely still even when she moves, appears to have a completely different height and build, and looks nothing like her. She even showed footage from when the figure isn't there, and there's no double reflection in the window at all. Ferzana is convinced she's being haunted by a mimic. TikTok user Chili's supporter posted this chilling video of them petting and interacting with a friendly neighborhood cat when suddenly they felt an overwhelming sensation like someone or something was watching them. And sure enough, when they looked up, they saw this. A dark, shadowy figure was standing in the distance, staring right at them, but the moment it realized it had been spotted, it quickly darted off the road and into the darkness. Creepy, right? But it gets worse. Later, while scrolling through older videos of the same cat, they made a disturbing discovery. That same shadowy figure had been in every video, always in the background, always watching, silently. This guy was doing some chores around his house one night when he saw this. What looked like the shadow or silhouette of a person wearing a hat was standing outside his front door. Now, he has had past experiences dealing with homeless people lingering around his porch before, so he decided to confront whoever was out there, especially since it was already 10 p.m. But when he opened the door, this happened. There was no one there. He looked across the street, scanned the area around the house, but there wasn't a single person in sight, and nothing nearby that could have cast the shadow he saw. It was as if the figure had simply vanished into thin air.
A woman bought her son an Elmo balloon, and at first, it seemed like an ordinary balloon. But then, strange things started happening, as it began moving around the house on its own, always drifting toward the basement door. At first, some thought it was just air currents or a simple draft making it move, until one night it did this.
Quiet! Quiet!
The balloon made its way up the stairs, and just as it reached the top, it suddenly stopped while her dogs freaked out in the background.
This guy was working the night shift somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains when this happened.
You can see there is nothing standing over here, right? But look. What the fuck is that? Like,
a disturbing figure that was only visible in the reflection of the LED screen was standing right behind him, but when he turned around to look at the same spot, there was nothing there. He thought he was losing his mind, but that wasn't even the worst part. What happened next will scare the crap out of you just like it did him.
and like, but there's nothing there. And like, I turned.
Each time he glanced back at the screen, the figure appeared to move closer, until it was almost directly behind him, and that's when he decided he'd had enough and got the hell out of there. A man named Joey was out in his backyard fixing the fence when he kept hearing faint rustling sounds coming from the bushes. At first, he thought it was probably just a small animal, like a fox or a raccoon, but when he tried to take a better look, he saw something terrifying.
You see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how fucking scary is that shit? Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
As he zooms in, what looks like a pale, gray-skinned face, unlike any living human, can be seen staring back from the bushes. Now, while this is definitely creepy, people online are calling out the footage, saying that something about it just feels off, almost like the face was edited in later. But Joey swears he didn't fake anything, and that what he filmed was 100% real. A woman named Tanya was walking her dog through a cemetery when it suddenly started acting strange, as something near a grave caught its attention.
Hold on, bud. What is that? Huh? What? What is it, buddy? Kaiser.
Her dog was clearly sensing something near the grave, and whatever it was, totally had him on edge. And while that was unsettling enough on its own, some people pointed out that one of the ornaments next to the grave was moving like crazy, while its matching pair on the other side, as well as everything else around the grave, wasn't moving at all, making the whole moment even creepier. Dogs are known to have heightened senses, and a lot of people firmly believe they can pick up on things we simply can't. So was Tanya's dog reacting to something paranormal? Or was it just tweaking over nothing? TikTok user FreshGuyM1 was relaxing in his apartment one evening when he suddenly heard blood-curdling screams coming from outside. Curious and alarmed, he rushed to his window and looked toward the house across from him, and saw something straight out of a horror movie. A tall, dark figure that looked somewhat like the Grim Reaper was looming over another person who was cowering on the floor in fear. It wasn't clear what the tall figure was doing exactly, but the person crouched on the floor appeared clearly in distress. Now it's possible this was just a group of people filming a skit or some kind of prank, but the figure's unnaturally tall frame and the convincing, panicked screams make it difficult to brush this off as mere acting. Recently, a video of a woman acting hysterical in a hotel hallway went viral on TikTok, and according to the story, she had been walking through the corridor when she noticed a man following her a little too closely. Nervous, she began recording while pretending to be on her phone, hoping it would discourage him, But instead of backing off, the man suddenly broke into a sprint and started chasing her. Take a look. The video spread quickly online, and that's when a hotel employee decided to review the building's security footage for answers, and what he found was chilling.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame.
On the cameras, the woman could be seen running, but she wasn't being chased by anyone at all, and her behavior in the elevator also seemed erratic, reminding many people of the infamous Elisa Lam case at the Cecil Hotel. Thankfully, though, this woman checked out of the hotel safely. But the story didn't end there. The following day, staff went to inspect her room and made a shocking discovery. The room was a complete mess, with her belongings scattered everywhere, as if she had fled in a hurry. This prompted them to check the hallway footage again, and this time they noticed something disturbing, like a shadowy figure darting across the same hallway shortly after she had passed through it, even though no one was physically there, followed by a decorative stone inexplicably falling off a table with no one near it. To this day, no one can explain what was captured on those cameras or why her stay ended the way it did. Maybe she was just paranoid, or maybe something else was there that night, but one thing is certain, she wasn't alone in that hotel. This guy named Liam, who's a paranormal investigator on TikTok, was checking out an empty 400-year-old Jacobean-style property in Winchcombe, England, a place that used to be a boys' school back in the 1600s. And as he was scanning the exterior of the building, he captured something horrifying on camera.
Just this one there. They're there again. Yo. Look at the face on it. Yo, look at the face and look at the face. You can see it like a white face, look. Look at the eyes. Right, well, I'm fucking going, mate.
What looks like a dark figure was silently watching him from one of the windows. What made it especially unsettling was that just moments earlier, the same window had been filmed completely empty, making it clear this wasn't pareidolia, and that someone or something really was standing there. A woman named Keeney was on vacation in Mexico with her 3 friends when she took a series of pictures in their hotel room using a disposable camera. Nothing seemed unusual at the time, but when she went through the photos later, one in particular left her horrified. In the image, standing just behind her 3 friends, was the figure of an ominous-looking woman. Keeney explained the picture was taken in the dark, and that only the 4 of them were staying in that room. Commenters on her video tried to explain it away as someone's shadow or reflection. But here's the problem. The figure has distinct facial features, eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and it looked nothing like any of them. This mother was comforting her 7-year-old daughter after an episode of night terrors. When this happened,
Scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
out of nowhere, the blinds on the windows suddenly closed on their own, sending both of them running out of the room in panic. The next day, she shared an update explaining that the blinds aren't remote controlled and have to be opened and closed manually, and since they move individually, all of them shutting at the exact same time makes no sense at all. But things only got stranger. As she was recording the update video, the bedroom door slowly opened on its own, with no one behind it. She is now questioning whether her daughter's night terrors are truly imaginary, or reactions to something very real inside the house.
This guy had been dealing with some unexplainable activity in his home, so he decided to try a Ouija board to get some answers. Late one night, he set it up and began asking if anyone or anything was there with him, and as he was trying to communicate with the unseen, things took an unsettling turn.
So today, I just want to mess with the Ouija board and hopefully, we get some answers. I was told open a circle 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Is there anybody in this room with me that would like to communicate? If you can, just please start off by first name. If you are here, please let me know you are here by... Oh. It just moved a little bit. Okay. Let me release it tighter. If you are here, please let me know you are here. Bro.
The planchette in his hands suddenly moved on its own, and then, moments later, it flew off the table, totally terrifying him.
This motherfucker just flew. The glass just came off too. And it's not like it's fucking attached to strings or none of that. But
and if that wasn't creepy enough, he then begins hearing creepy, demonic whispering in the room, which completely freaks him out and sends him running out of the room in fear.
Fucking last. Fuck! Oh hell fucking nah, I gotta go. You guys don't fucking hear that? Oh fuck!
Some questions are just better left unanswered.
He was home alone when he saw this. On the bed in his bedroom, he saw what looked like a human-shaped figure hiding under a blanket, but just seconds later, the blanket collapsed flat onto the bed, as if whatever was underneath had vanished into thin air. See, this eerie incident actually happened back in 2024. And it's not the only one, because for over a year now, he's been dealing with strange occurrences throughout his apartment. But what's even more disturbing is that the strange activity seems to follow him. Even after moving to a new place, the unexplainable events never stopped. A nurse named Camilla explains that at the nursing home where she works, there's a room the staff have named the death room, mainly because every time a patient is assigned to that room, they either pass away or end up in the hospital shortly after arriving in good health. One day, a patient at the nursing home decided to bless the room in hopes of changing its reputation, and as she was being recorded, something shocking happened.
Any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
As she was praying, her rosary suddenly gets yanked as if something was trying to rip it from her hands. But that wasn't even the strangest thing that's happened in there. One evening, a therapy dog was visiting the nursing home, and as it was going around greeting the patients, it suddenly changed course mid-session and walked straight to the death room, and just stood at the doorway, whimpering while staring inside.
Really?
Then on another occasion, the patient call light kept going off, but when the staff checked, the room was completely empty. At this point, the staff firmly believe something's actually in there. This guy named Nick was staying at his grandmother's house when he was woken up in the middle of the night by strange noises. Confused and slightly spooked, he started recording and captured this. His grandmother, who suffers from dementia, was standing eerily still at the end of the hallway, staring off into the distance. Now, it's possible that this was just a symptom of her illness, but her dog sitting beside Nick also started growling while staring in her direction. And as Nick continued to record, this happened. One of his grandmother's angel figurines, part of a collection she keeps on top of the fridge, suddenly fell to the ground, startling both him and the dog. It hadn't been anywhere near the edge, and there was no logical reason for it to fall. But that wasn't the only strange thing that happened that night. If you watch closely, you'll also notice the Roomba acting oddly, as if something invisible was blocking its path. The following day, Nick and his girlfriend tested the Roomba with his girlfriend standing in front of it, and to their shock, the Roomba behaved in exactly the same way as the night before. But things didn't stop there. A few nights later, Nick was woken up again, this time by the sound of the ice maker turning on. Still unsettled by the earlier events, he grabbed his phone and began recording, and captured this.
Whoa.
places.
The Roomba slowly emerged from the dark room and started moving straight toward him, even tumbling down a couple of steps in the process. But it still didn't stop and kept following him with eerie precision, like it was locked onto him, almost as if it was being controlled. Then suddenly it stopped and flipped over on its own. These unsettling series of events have left Nick deeply disturbed and desperately searching for answers. This guy was live chatting with random strangers online when he connected with this strange and mysterious looking woman. At first, everything was normal. They even vibed to a song together. But the moment he actually started talking to her, something about her just felt off. And the more he talked to her, the more she creeped him out, making him realize something about her just wasn't right, and that she may not really be what she actually seems.
السلام عليكم.
أهلين.
السلام عليكم.
أهلا.
صوتك كذا من الله؟
شغل خلنا نرقص شغل.
ها؟
شغل خلنا نرقص.
يلا الحين شغل.
سامري يا ولد.
أكيد أشغل.
سامري.
دقيقة. الحين أشغل لك اللي تبي.
Feeling unsettled and genuinely freaked out by her voice and overall odd demeanor, he trusted his instincts and decided to play a recitation of the Holy Quran instead of the music. And that's when she reacted in a way that was nothing like what you'd expect from a normal person. Who do you think she really was? A person into black magic? Someone possessed? Or could she have actually been a djinn herself? A woman named Sydney and her family were renting an Airbnb for a week when they started experiencing some seriously unexplainable things. Soon after arriving, their dog started exhibiting some strange behavior around the staircase, standing completely still and continuously staring at the same exact spot on the stairs, as if something was there. Getting a bad feeling from her dog's odd behavior, Sydney started recording and captured this. In the footage, something could be heard running down the stairs, even though nothing was there. And then the dog's leash suddenly gets lifted into the air on its own. Crazy, right? But this was only the beginning. Later, after a quick tour of the property, they discovered a mysterious locked door under the staircase. They were already on edge, but curiosity got the best of them, and so they decided to check it out. And as they were examining it, this happened.
Oh my god.
The doorknob suddenly turned on its own, even though just seconds ago they made sure no one was behind the door, confirming their fears that something supernatural might actually be inside the Airbnb with them. But this wasn't even the worst thing that happened. The next day, Sydney attempted to investigate further to see if she could catch exactly what was turning the doorknob on the other side of the door, and as she was trying to film under the door, something horrifying happened. Without warning, something yanked her phone out of her hand and pulled it into the room, before dragging it down the stairs one step at a time. And if that wasn't creepy enough, it then turned the phone around and aimed the camera back at the door before dropping it. Sydney later called the host and got her phone back, but couldn't get much information about anything paranormal.
The Midnight Messenger. Jennifer is taking care of her elderly mother who is critically ill. One night, she sees something on her mother's bedroom video monitor that gives her goosebumps.
Okay.
Did you hear it? In the middle of the night, a quiet little female voice seems to whisper, "Come," and the elderly woman seems to raise her hands and responds, "Okay." Then again, we hear the quiet little voice clearly say, Mama.
Okay.
The woman's daughter Jennifer says that she believes that this is the voice of her sister who passed away in 2017. She believes that her sister is there to comfort their mom as she passes over to the other side.
Okay.
Child's play. A young woman named Stephanie posted a cute video of her toddler just playing around, crawling over their couch and having fun. Later, she posts her video to the internet so her friends and family can watch her son play. But then, viewers begin to notice something in the video that gives them the chills. Did you see it? Viewers spot some strange little figure peeking around the baby's playpen, right next to the floor. Stephanie says that she never noticed this little figure before she posted the video and viewers mentioned it. She says that no other children were anywhere around, and she has no idea who this little peeking figure is. But if you notice, her child starts to head into the room, then he exits quickly. But later he walks right back in like nothing is there. So just who or what is this? You decide. Next up, here's a creepy video filmed by a woman named Nicole of her young son Hendrix. Now what is really odd here is that the little boy seems to actually react to something that we can't see. When little baby Hendrix opens the door, a creepy voice seems to whisper, "Yes." And the little boy just shuts the door in the spirit's face and nopes his way right back out of there. Now, shocked and slightly amused viewers of the clip decided to add their own subtitles, which actually sound pretty accurate. Just listen. So did the little boy hear the voice of a spirit? And did he indeed just say nope to a ghost? Tell me what you think. The 4th floor. A young woman named Aria is staying at an old hotel in Virginia. One night around 10 p.m. she's walking back to her room when she notices a strange-looking man following her. She starts to record with her phone, pretending that she's on a video call to try to scare the guy away. But it doesn't seem to work.
Okay.
Aria says that she heard the man's footsteps behind her start to get faster, and she thought that he was chasing her, so she runs and starts screaming for help. But now this is when things start to get weird, because viewers begin to notice that if you slow down the video at a couple of key moments, no one can be seen chasing Aria. And so now we cut to a completely different TikTok account, one made by a guy named Tony who is a maintenance worker at this very same hotel. Tony sees Aria's video online, so he goes to check the hotel security footage. He finds this.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something. But there's literally nobody else in the frame. Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing. Like she playing hide and seek or something.
In the video, we see Aria running down the hall and then cowering in the elevator. But again, no one can be seen chasing her. Strangely, the elevator doors just won't close, so Aria runs out. Tony says that the front desk clerk said that Aria did eventually make it downstairs. She left in an Uber without a word. So now, Tony is curious as to just what might have happened to make Aria run away. He finds the girl's room number and goes up with a coworker. What they find is truly disturbing.
It's like all my stuff is just left here. It's crazy. No, this shit's ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here?
Yo, hold on, y'all. Why the f is this in here? Hold this. Yo, y'all. This is crazy.
All of Aria's luggage is still in the room. Even stranger, the room looks like it has been ransacked, with things strewn all over the floor. Weirdest of all, Tony finds something commonly called an underdoor tool. This device is often used by criminals to break into hotel rooms with a latched door. So now Tony thinks that someone might have been in Aria's room, and maybe there actually was someone chasing her. He goes back and takes a closer look at the hotel security footage. What he finds chills him to his core.
Alright, y'all, so I went back and was looking at the video of that girl from the other day, right? Because I'm thinking maybe somebody must be following her. Just keep watching the screen right here, man. I saw something that just... That's just the housekeeper down there. Right there. Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy. And y'all think that's crazy? Keep watching like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
Just a few minutes after we see Aria running down the hall, we can see a strange unexplained shadow that seems to speed off down the hallway in the same direction. Shortly afterwards, a stone from a nearby decorative bowl mysteriously launches off the table and lands in the hallway floor. Now, Tony says that he doesn't know exactly what happened here. He says that he has never experienced anything like this while working at the old hotel, but he has heard strange unexplained sounds from time to time.
Keep in mind, there's no construction going on. Nothing.
So was some real person with bad intentions chasing Aria? Was this something supernatural? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. This next video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer, but unfortunately it was posted to the internet without a source. So the story goes that a woman claimed to have a doll that was haunted, and she said that she would often catch it moving all on its own. After being asked repeatedly by viewers, she decided to point a camera at the doll and live stream the entire thing. Around an hour in, with skeptical viewers watching closely, there was a bit of movement. Watch closely. Now, the doll doesn't actually move, but the items surrounding it in the storage closet fly violently across the room, and even on top of the doll. Viewers have speculated that because the doll was buried in the debris, that the woman's doll isn't even actually haunted, but perhaps her house is. However, others claim that the supernatural activity is centered around the doll, and some even claim that they saw the doll move in the video before everything came crashing down. But without a source, we'll never know. So, what do you think? Get out. A guy named Carter moved into a new fully furnished rental house. But not long after he moved in, he began to experience strange things and hear unexplained noises. Late one night while he's asleep in bed, he hears the creepy sound of what seems to be someone hitting keys on the piano in his living room.
Who's there?
Carter decides to lay on his living room couch to try to figure out just what is going on with the piano. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
Dude, what the f***?
The piano plays again and a chair moves, and Carter decides that he's had about enough. He decides to leave the house to stay with a friend. But as he is leaving, he manages to capture this video. As Carter heads for his car, he sees his TV flickering and his lights randomly turning on and off inside his house. Now, usually when people watch these videos, they say, well, if the place is so haunted, then why wouldn't he just move out? Well, that's exactly what he did. Carter moved right out of that house. And the end of this haunted story, I guess. The thing down the hall. Oscar Nunez says that strange, unexplained things have been happening all around his home. He believes that some sinister presence has attached itself to his family. One night, he and his wife return home to find something truly bizarre. For some odd reason, there are flies swarming all over their house. Oscar says that he can't think of any rational explanation. Another late night, and Oscar's son has fallen asleep on the living room couch. The young boy wakes up and sees something that chills him to his core. Oscar's son wakes up after he hears a strange noise and runs to his parents' bedroom, crying and wailing in fear. The young boy tells his dad that he saw someone scary in the hallway. But did you see it? When Oscar checks his security footage, he sees a large figure that looks like a man just standing in the hallway, staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air. Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what this is. Unleashed. A couple in West Virginia owns a little pet shop, and they usually let one of their older dogs wander around the place. But one morning when they come in to open up, something seems wrong. The dog isn't his usual happy self. Instead, he's curled up in his bed, trembling, and absolutely refuses to come out. The shop owners are worried and they check the security cameras to see what might have spooked the little dog. They find something truly bizarre. At around 11:30 p.m., the camera shows the little dog wandering aimlessly through the dark pet store. Suddenly, out of nowhere, something seems to actually launch the dog sideways, hard, almost as if he was kicked. Thankfully, the pup wasn't seriously hurt. But was this some weird freak occurrence? Or does the pet shop have a guest that no one can see? Next up, a guy named Angelo says that some seriously strange things have been happening in his house in Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands of Spain. Angelo says that one night his dog Nala started acting very weird, as if something had given her a serious scare. Curious and a little worried, they decide to check the security footage. What they find is downright chilling. In the video, little Nala seems upset by something off to the side of the room. Something that we can't see. Nala starts backing away, clearly frightened. Then, suddenly, something seems to violently yank the collar right off the dog's neck. Angelo posted follow-up videos to prove the footage wasn't fake. He showed that the clip came directly from his security camera, and he even demonstrated that Nala's collar is extremely difficult to remove. It doesn't just fall off. Angelo says that since the incident, his poor little dog Nala is a nervous wreck. He says the dog refuses to stay alone and now insists on sleeping in their bedroom every night. As for Angelo, he's added 2 more cameras around his house because he thinks that whatever pulled that collar off is still there, and he plans to catch it on camera. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Scream. Jorge Cruz claims that he is haunted by a dark entity. He says that many strange paranormal things have happened to him, but nothing as crazy as what he recorded late one night near the end of December. Just as Jorge is about to go to bed, he hears strange noises and gets up to investigate. And that's when things take a terrifying turn.
I swear to God, there was like some... What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that? You gotta be kidding me! Who goes there? Who goes there? That cannot be f***ing real. What the f***? You gotta be kidding me. What the f*** was that? You gotta be f***ing kidding me. Oh, f***. You gotta be messing with me. I swear to God, this gotta be a f***ing joke. Whoever's in here, I command you to leave in the name of Jesus Christ. I ask you to leave now. Oh, f***. Oh, f***. I got adrenaline going right through my body. What the f*** is that? What the f***? Who goes there? You gotta be f***ing kidding me. Wasn't this shit close? Oh, f***. Oh, what the f*** is that? Guys, you gotta be kidding me. What's the f*** thing? Oh, f***, I'm getting a headache badly. I'm getting a f***ing headache badly. Oh, f***. You gotta be kidding me! Oh, no.
Jorge hears strange blood-curdling screams, and as he goes in search of the source, he starts to hear loud banging and the sound of something moving around. Jorge himself starts to scream even louder than the ghost. And finally, Jorge re-enters his kitchen to find that even though the room had been in perfect order just seconds before, now all of his cabinets are open and his furniture seems to have been tossed to the floor. So is Jorge experiencing a violent haunting by an evil entity or a poltergeist? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. A woman named Natalie who lives in the UK with her family says that lately strange things have been happening in their home. Natalie says that recently they have been doing renovations in their older house, and she believes that all of the activity might have disturbed something in the home, something dark and sinister. One night while her son is sleeping, this happens. Some unseen force seems to grab Natalie's son by his ankle and pull him right off the bed. The boy cries, and as if he is speaking to someone that we can't see, he says, "I don't like it. No." Natalie says that her son then ran into their bedroom crying and said that there was a man in his room. Obviously, we can see that there was no man in his room, so just who or what pulled the boy's leg? You decide. Late one night, Sarah Vargas is relaxing at home in the apartment that she shares with her dad in Colombia. Suddenly, she hears something from the apartment next door that is truly bizarre. Disturbing, desperate screams can be heard coming from her neighbor's apartment. Shocked witnesses on the street are quick to call police, worried that it might be a case of domestic violence. But then the story takes a very strange turn, because the policeman asked people down on the street for rosary beads, an object often used in Catholic prayer. And then, oddly, police call in a Catholic nun for support.
Siguieron, obviamente, como que llamaron a alguien, llamaron a una monja para que les ayudara.
Because you see, all of this noise is actually coming from an exorcism that is taking place right next door. Sarah discovers that two girls were playing around with the Ouija board, when suddenly, one of the girls becomes very violent and starts vomiting up some kind of dark matter, almost like dirt.
La chica empezó como a vomitar tierra, como vomitar oscuro.
The family believes that the girl might be possessed by an evil entity, and apparently, the police agreed. Sarah says that the screaming went on all through the night, eventually getting quieter in the early morning hours until it finally stopped. Now, without other eyewitness reports, it's hard to say exactly what happened here, but the desperate screams coming from that apartment are absolutely chilling. Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her two sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her out.
like little mosquitoes.
What kind of going on here? What? What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I didn't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me to find it.
Heather whispers she scares me to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see the bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s with an eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse. So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through, and these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies, and there was still those like metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there, and I'm like, oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still. Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk? Mimi heads for higher ground. Proud grandmother Cindy Reed from Cleveland, Ohio is babysitting her granddaughter Nova at the family's home when things suddenly take a very creepy turn.
You're so funny. I can't wait until summer gets here so we can go outside and play.
I miss Mimi.
I miss you too. I miss you too. What?
Coming.
What? Who's coming?
Here coming.
Who?
Him.
You see somebody back there?
Him.
Who?
Here.
Him?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in our house?
Yeah.
Where? Show me. Where is he at? He's right in front of you?
Yep.
Who is it?
A guy.
Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room?
Yep.
Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him.
This him.
Take me to him. Show me.
This him.
Wait, let me... Show me. Is he right here?
Yep.
He's in our dining room?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like?
I bug.
He's got bug eyes?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our living room, mister? Get. You go back home. You go back wherever you came from. What's he doing? Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs. You are...
Little Nova says that she sees a man with, quote, bug eyes standing in the dining room. Grandma Cindy gets a bit freaked out by the whole situation and decides that they should just head upstairs.
Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs.
Nova's mother shared the video online and says that Grandma Cindy is very afraid of anything paranormal. She also says that baby Nova still claims that she sees a strange man that no one else can see, and he appears all around their home. A spooky tale. Maggie Gann says that she has experienced a few strange things around her house.
So in the upstairs of my house, there's 2 rooms. Both of the doors open and close all the time by itself.
So one day Maggie is casually filming a cute video of her cat Onyx, when suddenly something happens that is truly bizarre. Now, at first, Maggie doesn't even notice anything odd and even laughs at what she thinks is just the cat being weird, or, well, just being a cat. But when she watches the video back, she notices that the cat's tail seems to be yanked by some invisible force. The video went viral, and no one can really explain just what happened to the cat. But what do you think? Strangely haunting. Now, these are just some quick clips of people who claim to have caught some very unusual paranormal activity around their home. But as always, I leave it up to you to decide. So, late one night, a man named John hears strange movements coming from his bedroom down the hall. John says that he has experienced some strange events in his house, so he begins filming as he peeks inside his bedroom. What he captures chills him to his core. In the room, 2 mirrors are facing each other, but only one of the mirrors reflects a strange, horrifying face. John turns, but there's just nothing there. Next up, a man is renovating his new house, but as construction continues, it starts to seem like something in the house is not so happy with all the new changes.
I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that?
As the man peeks into one of the rooms, the shadowy figure of what looks like a small child seems to suddenly appear, lurking in the corner. Not surprisingly, the guy decides to just get out of there.
I don't think it's happy we're here. Oh, no. Holy dude, there's...
In this next creepy clip, a guy named Frank claims that one night he spotted something very strange behind a shelf in his living room. He grabbed his phone and began recording. Frank films something, making odd movements as it slowly disappears right in front of his eyes. A hug goodbye. A woman who calls herself Sissy says that her husband passed away 8 months ago under very sudden and unexpected circumstances. One day as Sissy and her son Clarence are walking out of their front door, their Ring camera records something very strange.
pajamas? Come on. Let's go.
I want you.
She's not gonna go that day yet.
Say hi,
Oh, wait. You're good. Oh, come on, Clarence. I think my mom's not fun. Okay. That's what I was just about to ask. What'd you say, bud? Thank you.
Bye. I said bye, Daddy.
Oh, okay.
Now, Sissy posted the video because she thought it was just a little odd and kinda cute that her son was talking to his dad who passed away. She made no claims that the clip was paranormal, but when she posted the video online, viewers began to point out that there also seemed to be a strange voice in the clip. A voice that they thought might actually be the little boy's father, communicating from beyond. Now I'll enhance the audio and listen carefully just as little Clarence walks out of the door.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A quiet voice seems to whisper, "Honey," and the boy seems to look around as if searching for who said it. Even stranger, he seems to think that it's the voice of his deceased father and actually walks over as if his dad is standing nearby on the porch. The little boy says, "Daddy hugging me," and again a strange quiet voice seems to whisper back.
Oh, wait. No. You're good. Oh, come on, Clarence. I think my mom. Oh, wait. No. You're good. Oh, come on, Clarence.
So did little Clarence actually encounter the spirit of his deceased dad, saying hello and giving him a quick hug? Clarence seems to think so. But as usual, you decide. A bolt from the blue. Now, I usually don't post many UFO videos on this channel, but there's something a bit different about this one. Something a little weird and possibly scary. So, on August 5th, Andrew Clifton was walking his dog Dash in the Malvern Hills of Western England. He was shooting some slow-motion video clips of his dog to post to Facebook. When Andrew checked his footage back, he found something that left him speechless.
Steady. Ooh. Steady. Ooh.
Did you see it? As Andrew films himself throwing a frisbee to his dog Dash, some unknown long cylindrical object seems to fly just over his head at a very fast speed. And so this is when things get a little scary, because cynics and debunkers claim that this object is an arrow, possibly shot from a bow or crossbow. So this is either some strange UFO or someone randomly shot an arrow at Andrew's head while he was out walking his dog. But what do you think? Is this something from another world? Government technology? Or, new fear unlocked, someone shooting an arrow at you while you're walking your dog? You decide. Unwelcome guest. At the end of last year, French single mother Alex and her son moved into a new home. The house was remodeled from the remains of an old church, and it was built right on top of what used to be an old graveyard. Shortly after moving in, Alex begins to hear the creepy sound of someone walking through her home. But when she looks, she finds nothing and no one to explain these strange footsteps. Late one night, Alex is lying in bed when she suddenly hears something that is downright chilling. Alex hears a child's voice calling out, "Mama?" from somewhere, even though her son is fast asleep in his room. She hears the voice again from downstairs, "Mama," and she goes down to investigate. Alex is horrified when she discovers the piano in her living room is playing all by itself, and her TV has inexplicably just turned on. Books come falling out of a cabinet and a chair rocks back and forth, almost as if someone or something is sitting and watching her. Understandably, Alex says she couldn't sleep the rest of the night. But unfortunately for Alex, things are about to get even creepier. One night, Alex returns home from walking their dog. Her son is away at his dad's and her home should be empty. But as she heads toward the house, she notices something that sends a chill down her spine.
C'est une blague. C'est une blague. Mais je veux pas. Oh mon Dieu. Faut que j'aille voir, c'est pas possible.
A dark figure can be seen inside the house, and Alex is frozen in fear as the strange shape seems to head toward her son's room. Luckily, her son isn't home, and the shadow just disappears. Now, no one was found inside the house or on the property. Cut to another night, and Alex and her young son are having a nice, quiet evening at home. Suddenly, this happens.
Viens, bébé, viens.
A teddy bear in her son's bedroom seems to creepily wiggle around all on its own. But the worst is yet to come. One night, when Alex is once again completely alone at home, the paranormal activity in her house becomes absolutely terrifying.
Il a fait des petits magnets perdus de la carte de France, il connaît. Il est juste pas très bon en anglais, et ça lui sert énormément.
Putain.
C'est
pas possible.
Mais oui, et je sais.
With everything that has happened, Alex believes that her home is haunted and is now actively looking for help. But what do you think is going on here? Could the creepy events in Alex's home have anything to do with its history? Perhaps some spirit from the old graveyard that the house is built on? Let me know what you think. End of the road. Sam Rossi is an independent truck driver in Southeast Asia. He regularly posts his experiences and adventures as he drives his truck across the countryside of Indonesia. Late one night, Sam is driving his truck along a long, lonely stretch of road that locals claim is haunted by a dark spirit. Just after he crosses a bridge in the middle of nowhere, his truck suddenly breaks down.
Ya bener sampean. Apa jenenge? Tibake mesinku sing keder. Wis tak servis ya, Lur ya. Hawane.
Sam can't understand what's wrong because he says that he's just recently had the truck checked and serviced. And this is when things take a terrifying turn.
Aku saiki ngomong yo, mambune moro-moro mambune gak enak Lur. Mambu melati campur amis. Sapa iku? Sapa? Si ambu amis Lur yo. Ayo. Sapa? Cuk, sapa iki? Welut. Muncul lah.
Sam smells something horrible and peers under his truck, only to see someone's bare feet that seem to be floating just above the pavement on the other side. But when he checks, there's no one there. After this spooky encounter and with his truck stalled on the road, Sam decides to get out of there and go find some help. The devil down below. A guy named Kyle Anthony says that lately he has been hearing strange sounds around his house. Oddly enough, he says that the sounds are coming from beneath his house, in the house's crawl space. He sets up a camera down there to see what's going on. What he captures makes his blood run cold.
I just saw the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Watch this.
Kyle's camera captures what looks like a person or something hiding in the tiny crawl space underneath his house. Thinking it might be some strange person actually living underneath his home, he goes into his house's crawl space to check it out.
I can't sleep. There's a security camera. I don't know what I saw. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what this tarp is. Whether or not there's anything underneath it. I don't see anything. I don't see any signs of life. I don't see any signs of afterlife. I'm gonna get the heck out of here.
Kyle investigates and even crawls his way into the space underneath his house. But there's just no one there. So what do you think this is? Let me know. Hiding under the covers. A video poster who calls himself Celtic Dabs works the reception desk at a creepy old hotel in Arizona. One day, his coworker shows him something very strange that keeps happening in one of the rooms.
What the? Nah.
Yeah, cause let me hit it now, and then
Yeah.
Shut up.
Bro.
Something seems to be moving around in a strange erratic pattern under the bedsheet. But when Celtic's coworker slaps the sheet, it just disappears. Celtic says that each time the sheet was tidied back up, the same weird phenomenon would happen again. So, just what do you think this could be? Also, if whatever is under the sheet isn't enough to scare you, Well, just imagine staying in a hotel that put sheets like this on the bed. Honestly, the thought of sleeping in those sheets scares me more than whatever is moving around under there. So either way, this video is truly disturbing. Something at the door. Chase Beckstead and his wife Rachel are staying overnight in the house of Rachel's recently deceased grandfather. The elderly man had passed away in the house only 1 month earlier. So the couple is just settling in for the night when suddenly something happens that is downright creepy.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
You a little freaked out?
A little bit.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And like, we're literally just...
Even though there's no draft or air current in the house, the bedroom door begins to randomly move as if it's being quickly pulled back and forth by some unseen force. Understandably, Chase and Rachel are pretty shaken up by the strange, unexplained phenomena. They decide to just pack up their stuff and leave the house. But this is when things get even creepier.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're out of here. Rachel's already in the car. I'm leaving, like, I don't know what's going on.
As Chase is gathering their luggage, the bedroom door slams shut right behind him. And again, it begins to move back and forth, this time even faster than before. Chase says that he still has no idea what could have caused the strange movement of the door. Some video commenters believe that this was the ghost of Rachel's recently deceased grandpa, but some think it might have been something more sinister that had taken up residence in the house. But what do you think? Nuke Stop 5 viewer Ariel sent in this next creepy video. Now, Ariel says that strange things often happen in their home, especially around their cute little dog, Bingo. Doors in the house open on their own, things mysteriously fall to the ground, and Bingo often seems to bark at something that she and her husband just can't see. One day, while Ariel and her husband are watching TV, this happens.
Yeah, that's us. You were trained. My family is Mexican, but who cares? It's so boring. What the heck?
The little dog seems to be pushed and then squeals in pain and absolutely freaks out, jumping on the couple and refusing to get off the couch. But just what happened? They have no idea. In this next video that unfortunately was posted online with no credit, a man says that his dog has been acting odd for no apparent reason for the last 15 minutes. So he grabs his phone and starts filming.
It's been freaking me out for about 15 minutes. I know, dude. What's going on? What are you seeing? Something's been spooking him. He's jumping around. This dude. What are you seeing? Why don't you back up? Charlie. I know. Calm down. It's okay. What are you seeing? You're freaking me out, buddy. Do we need to go? Should we go, Bubba? You tell me when it's time to go. Because I don't know what you're looking at, but when we need to go, you let me know, buddy. What's freaking you out, bub? Okay. Should we go? Yeah? You leave when we gotta go. As soon as you walk out, I'll be right behind you.
The dog seems to bark and react to something that his owner can't see. But I have to ask, did you see it? Unexplained small dark shadows seem to be flying around the room, and the dog seems to be reacting to them. The first unexplained dark orb appears above the window frame, then in front of the windows, on the ceiling, and even down the side hallway. Even creepier, when the man asks the dog, "Should we go?" An unexplained female voice seems to whisper, "Get out."
Should we go? Yeah?
So did these dogs see and possibly even get attacked by something paranormal? Well, you decide. Proud mom Savannah says that she often took her daughter to see her grandmother at the nursing home, and that her little girl always loved those visits. Unfortunately, one quiet night, Savannah's elderly grandmother passed away peacefully in her sleep. The very next morning, just before sunrise, Savannah's daughter wakes up and wanders into her playroom. She sits there in the dark, all alone, playing and just talking to herself. But when Savannah listens closely to the security footage, it seems like her daughter might not have been alone after all.
It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now. To
The toddler seems to be speaking directly to her recently deceased grandmother, even gently reminding Grandma that she's now with the angels on the other side.
It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now.
Savannah says that she can't explain what happened, but that watching the bittersweet video always brings tears to her eyes. She believes that her grandma came back to say one last goodbye to her beloved little granddaughter. Shadow in the snapshot. A young woman named Keeney says that while on a trip to Mexico, she took a photo of her 3 friends with a disposable camera. When she had her photos developed, she was shocked to see a mysterious extra person in the background. Now, at first, many people who saw Keeney's photo said that the dark figure in the background was simply a shadow from one of the girls, or possibly Keeney's own reflection as she took the picture. But then people began to brighten the image a bit and saw this. The extra figure in the photo seems to have a ghastly face. It doesn't look like a shadow, and it certainly doesn't look like Keeney's reflection. So just who or what is this? You decide.